Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Greg, you get a phone call tomorrow about starting up a school, the Greg Todd University, PT school. What are the 3 things you think most schools aren't providing right now that you would slap down in the curriculum right off the bat?
I could only say 3.
We only got 40 minutes.
All
I
right.
like GTU,
Okay.
by the way.
Yeah. We got to speed this up. All right. Okay. So I think number 1 is I would make students after 2 years. I'd make students have to decide on what specialty they want to go into. Like, that's a huge thing. I think one of the biggest blessings back in the day for physical therapy was that we can do so many things. I think because they moved it to a DPT, I think that's one of the biggest curse on the profession. You're too much of a generalist. So I would make it to where after year 2, like, you have to decide on, okay, you're going to go into women's health. You're going to go into outpatient. You're going to go into acute. You're going to go into, I think people don't know because the next thing I'm going to say is you got to learn how to market your brand, who you are. I just don't think most therapists really know who they are. They don't really know what they offer because it's so many things that you do. You don't really know, like, what is it that I truly offer? So I would say number 2 would just be, like, you got to learn how to market. Like, you have to learn that there are certain clients out there, certain people that need your services. People don't really understand what physical therapy is. So we have to break it down. There's a lot of levels you have to go through first. And I would teach just some of the basics of marketing. And I think a lot of times when people hear marketing, they think marketing is selling. No, selling is selling. Marketing is showcasing your talents using education and then letting people realize that, wow, I might need that service. And I think most people don't understand that. So I think that'd be number 2. I'd say number 3 is, I just feel like physical therapists, for the most part, especially with the financial responsibility that you have, should be put in a situation to be business owners. I think that there should be more business discussed in schools. I just think that's just so necessary. It's just the way to go. And our profession is just, it's like a golf ball and a tee. It's just ready for you to whack it. You have you have like this amazing amount of people that you can serve and that go right into wellness. Like, there's just so many people that we should be able to serve. And honestly, most physical therapists just don't even know. I'm going to go to PPS and I'm going to be speaking at PPS next month. And most private practice owners, they don't even know. And they've been doing this thing for a long time. And so it's just, so anyways, those are probably the 3 things that I would change, right off the bat.
Let me hit you with the follow-up then for number 1, because so many people, kind of myself included, there's a little fear. You don't want to lock yourself into something, but I think taking a step back and getting that perspective of, because there are so many divisions I can choose, what's the big deal? If I go this way and I don't like it, back out. Aren't you a testament to
right? To me, at some point you're going to have that conversation with yourself. You know what I mean? Like, at some point. And look, guys, the field has just changed. It's changed. It's just like 15 years from now, it's going to be a different setup. You know what I mean? But right now, with it moving to what it's moved to, with regards to it now not being a bachelor's and moving to a master's, and now it's a doctorate, and you having to put down the pudding, form an amount of coin you got to put down. Like, I want you guys just to make your investment back. That's all I want. Like, once I see marketing in schools, once I see them doing all the things that I'm doing, I'm out. I'm done. Like, then, like, the beach house will be the permanent residence. I'm done. I'm deuces. I'm out. But then somebody's got to teach you this. But again, 15 years from now, things might be different. So we might need to change. I just feel like we need to embrace change, and we need to be at the forefront of changing things to cater to our new generation and to set you guys up to win. Like, I'm sorry, when I was a PT, when I was in 2005, I don't think there was any of my classmates that was like, man, I made a bad decision. I'm hearing that too much now, 5 years out. Damn, I got all this debt. Damn. Like you never heard that. But the thing is that we're doing things the same damn way. It's in 2005, but it's a different responsibility you guys have. So we need to change.
Irking.
So somebody's got to step up. I just decided to do it. So that's it.
Hey, well, it's great to hear you talk about, I mean, your experience this first 5 years out of school. You talked a lot about how hard you worked to break the mold and push it forward. And you got to see the PT field change, right, with you as you continue to succeed. And now we're in this realm where hopefully the next line to cross is getting out of that therapy is rehab. The therapy equals rehab. You know, it might encompass that, but more so it's about promoting wellness, right? You've said that. You gotta listen to the patient and see, all right, we've got your body part that hurts. You know, we can work on that, but to what end? You know, how do we get you to stick to this healthy habit? So to hold you to it, because you brought up, you know, you said 15 years from now it might be a little different. I'd like to hear, you know, if I could rub the crystal ball a little bit, where do you think PT will be established in 15 years?
I'm hoping that there's going to be a lot of GTs out there. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that you guys are in school, right? All three of you in school?
We are.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right. Listen, it's already changed. You guys are in school and you're doing a podcast. Like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay? Like that wouldn't have happened like even 5 years ago. Like, nobody's doing that. Okay. Like, so it's already changed. What I want is I want PTs to have their own space in the healthcare system. That's what I want. Right now, we don't have our own space. Right now, we're renting space. We're renting space from a doctor's parcel. You know what I mean? We're renting space from this person. Like, I want us to have our own space. I really just feel like we provide an amazing service. And that's what I want to see. You know, schools, look, universities are always going to be slow to the punch, right? Things take time. But, you know, look, I don't know if you guys have realized this. Like, I can make a killing working with private practice owners primarily. Like, a killing. Because I basically have built my clinic on leveraging. Like, I don't have the fanciest equipment and this and that. Like, I can basically go to private practice owners and say, look, change this, change that, learn how to leverage this, implement that system, boom, 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 boom. And I can get them to pay me 10 grand in 2 days. I'm not working with them. I want to change the profession. I'm talking to y'all in your dorms. I'm in my little pad, okay? But you're in your dorms because I want to change the profession because I believe in the profession. I believe in it. I believe in what I've done for the last 16 years. And so that's what I want to see. And then, you know what's going to happen? What's going to happen is that there's going to be a lot more people that are going to be reaching out to the younger generation. You're going to see, like, all y'all going to be doing the same things. So you'll be like, yeah, GT did that for me. So I'm going to do it. It's going to be the norm now. It's just going to be the norm. So that's what I want to see 15 years from now. I want to see all you guys destroy it. Like, it shouldn't just be like, oh, this one guy in Tampa Bay is doing really, really good. No, like, oh man, we're all killing it. Like we're all killing it. Everybody's killing it. You know what I mean? So that's what I hope to see. Yeah.
Well, I think, also you have the proof to back it up that it works and you can do it. You can get out there and kill it. And I kind of wanted to go back to wellness just for one quick second and ask you, Greg, because it sounds like when you were first out of school, you were working ridiculously long hours. I know you're probably still working all the time. You're dedicating your time to helping us and other young up-and-coming people do well. How does a guy like you stay in shape? Where'd you get your guns from?
I mean,
we see you post them on videos all the time.
Yeah, man.
How do you make time?
I got a little gun here, you know. But but no, I mean, basically, like, I've just done what works for me. So
what works for Greg Todd?
Yeah. So what works for me is I do home fitness programs. I've done that for the last like 2.5, 3 years. Was starting to get a little bit bored just doing that. Like, before that, I was like training for marathons and stuff like that from like 2007, 2010. I had done like 4 marathons in like a 1.5 year span. I'd actually gotten sponsored. I got an amateur sponsor card by Brooks Running. because I was doing well. I always sucked in the marathons, I got to be honest with you, but I was doing like super good. I was running like sub 19-minute 5Ks. I think I got down to 18:52. So, look, I'm a competitive guy. Like whatever I do, I want to win. Like that's it. Like I just want to win. I want to win big. So for me, like I did marathoning for a bit. I actually did get sick. And I got sick, honestly, because like most people, I was exercising a lot and I was basically training to eat, and I wasn't really like eating well. And you remember how I said earlier that I love cake? Well, I was having cake for like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And so that wasn't working. So I actually I actually got my health back in like 2013, 14. And I've been doing home workouts. I've been dabbling into a little bit of CrossFit. Like, whatever I can do to just keep myself, like I just want to be the best version of myself that I could possibly be. And I know that right now I kind of have a lot of people watching me, not just you all from the interwebs, but also I have 4 kids, man. I have 4 kids, that are watching every move that daddy makes, and they see what's going on. They see the impact that I'm having. My daughter came to me the other day. It's like, Daddy, like all these boys at school follow you on Instagram. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, so, look, man, I know that right now I'm serving as a mentor to a lot of people. I'm also serving as a mentor to like Black kids, like to there, like a lot of, I just be honest with you, there's a lot of times we drive and people think that automatically because of the cars that we drive and where we live that like, oh, then they see how tall I am. They're like, oh crap, he's not a football player. You know what I mean? But like, and this guy's like this short little stumpy dude. But, basically, like I want to show Black kids. I want to show white kids. I want to show Hispanic kids. Like you don't have to be a baller or a rapper to make it. Like you can work your ass off. You can go and get yours. You can find something that you like to do and you can make it happen. So like, it's just amazing when you're serving within your purpose, you realize that, man, you could affect a lot of people. It's not just about selling courses and, doing all that stuff, man. It's just about impacting and changing lives, and you feel good about it.
I want to ask you a question, and I don't know, get personal, but I think I feel like you're the type that doesn't mind, because I think that there's a discrepancy in the profession. Has race ever played a factor in profession in terms of how clients have approached you, how business, anything like that? Has that ever been an issue?
It's hard to truly say. I mean, I'm sure it has to a certain extent, but in my mind, I've never acknowledged it.
Okay.
Like I've never acknowledged it because if I feel like I'm going to lose, like then I don't want to play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like I've never even, acknowledged it.
Okay.
Look, I've worked, if you think about it, as a physical therapist, I have 2 of the top clinics in the Tampa Bay area. It's predominantly white, right? I've worked on the highest of levels with the highest of athletes, and so I worked with like white people. I wasn't of the girls. It wasn't Venus or Serena that I was working with. I was working with the other chicks. Okay. So that sometimes Venus and Serena would beat, sometimes they would beat them. But look, man, at the end of the day, I just feel like, and I tell this because I actually had a Black girl that was in a PT school in St. Louis and said that she was dealing with some racial stuff, blah, blah, blah. I said, look, I don't know if you guys saw this video, but I was like, look, man, if you're good, it doesn't really matter. Like white people have promoted me, Black people have promoted me, Asian people have promoted me, Hispanics have promoted me. Like when you're good, people are just selfish on a whole. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. And if people know that like you can help them, they really don't care. So think about it. Like if you're on your deathbed, right? Okay. And you hate Black people. Okay. But you're like, yo, this dude is the only one that can help me. Like you're going to get over your racism really quick. All right. You see what I'm saying? Like, okay, let's get over this real quick because this bro got to help me because I got to live. So anyways, I want people to have that mentality because then if you don't believe that, then it's like you're going to lose. Like we haven't even started a game, you lost. Like, no, cool. We're not having that. So
I just didn't think I'd ever heard anyone ask you on a video or anything like that. So I thought that was
Yeah, I mean, but I really believe that. I just believe that. I believe that, like, look, man, I know what's going on right now racially and this and that, but if you feel like you're starting a race and you can't win, why the hell are you gonna race?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to come in third, man. I'm trying to win. I'm not saying I'm gonna win, but I at least want to have the option that I'm gonna win. Like I want to at least know that I have a chance to win.
Yeah.
So I just feel like you can't even acknowledge it. And I feel like at least people in my culture, I'm not saying not to acknowledge when things aren't copacetic, but I just feel like people are like, oh, I'm not gonna even try anymore because I don't have a shot. I'm like, bro, you're whack. Like, that's just whack. Like, I'm just not about that life. We're going for it. Like, we're going for it. And truthfully, like, you can get it. So that's it.
Hey, and Greg, the message you have, it transcends any way that you could try to separate people or business, because what you say, it matters to people. It shines through. I liked what you said before, about linking what you do to your community. And that doesn't necessarily just mean your area there in the Tampa Bay area. I know you had expressed some interest in developing home health programs. You said making that home exercise or like a home gym setting. And I wanted to get your take on maybe the future of the field moving forward, in that, it's not always about the patients coming to you now. If you have the ability, to build a healthy lifestyle in their home or in their neighborhood because you have introduced this kind of community to them. Do you think PT has a role to really push these exercises, this lifestyle into people's homes? Whether it's you bring it to them through your services, or if you can somehow influence them. What do you think?
Well, I think there's a couple things. Let's talk about exercise. One of the biggest fitness companies right now is Beachbody. That's what they do. They don't come into your house. You're not going to any gym. They're destroying it. You pop in a DVD, or you go to their app and you pull out some dude that's working out and you follow the dude or the girl. They're killing it. Why couldn't we do that, but just do something that's a little bit better as a transition for our patients? Maybe our patients can't jump around and do insanity and all this other stuff, but like, why can't we do that, for them? I've done it since 2008, guys. I've done it. Like, if you go on my website, you'll see it's TheraFit. We've created a program called It's fitness based off of therapeutic exercises. So I've been doing that since 2007, 2008. So why can't you do that? And then you guys know that, like, my biggest skill set is listening, and my second biggest skill set is communicating. So if that's my strongest skill set, then, I mean, let me ask you something. We've been talking for what, 45 minutes, an hour or so?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Have I impacted you in any way?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Are we together in a room?
Nope.
Chat room.
Okay.
No.
But we're not there. You know what I mean? Like, you're not in my clinic. You guys aren't in my clinic. I'm still talking, and my message is still resonating to you. All we're doing is just talking. Mm-hmm. Just four dudes just talking about life and about, our journey. Right? But I'm still having an impact on you. So what I'm saying is that we live in a different world now, man. This is how we communicate. This is where our attention is. We have live video. You can resonate your message. As we have gone on longer in this interview, we've all gotten more comfortable. So it's like, of course we can do this. Of course we can do this. I said this to some of my students the other day, because they actually were asking this question. It was earlier on in this group of people in Smart Success. And here's the answer that I gave them. I was like, don't you always find it fascinating how a blind person, right? A blind person, someone that can't see, can feel these little bumps, which are called Braille, right? And these little things, you're like, how the heck do you even realize? That even how the hell is that an L? How is that? What the world? Okay. But because they've lost one sense, right? They've gotten stronger in another. In order for you, so here's how this relates to PT. In order for you to be great at telehealth, you're going to have to become a great listener and you're going to have to become a great communicator. But as PTs, we feel like our biggest skill set is we equate quality to what we can do here. And that's fine. That's totally cool. But if you want to be great in the future of where we're going, then you're going to have to double down on becoming a great listener and a great communicator.
I like the point that you made too, calling us, we're just 4 dudes in a chat room, right? And I think that's how we kind of came across with the name Nobodies in the first place, is we're just 2 nobodies. We were in the beginning. So maybe we can make you an honorary nobody from here on out.
I'm totally honored. So we call this like 4 nobodies. All right. I'm totally cool with that. I'm totally cool with that guy.
Just put the number of that sign in front of the nobody.
That's right. Just like team nobody. Yeah.
So you become a resource for us, as you have been for so many other of your patients and of your students. So I'm wondering, let me set you up with this. I have searched in Google a number of times, where do PTs get paid the most? And I've gone through the garbage top 10 listings, and Google's provided me with the general info. I've searched, where's the best place for certain niche practice? What do PTs, treat in this state the most? I've done all that searching. You're the guy that I got to ask. I think we're all wondering, how could we identify resources? What resources could you give us that you think are the most useful when figuring out locations, populations, just generally where I want to go set up? How do I go about finding resources for that?
I think the first thing you have to ask yourself is, who do I want to serve? That is the most important. That is so much more important than all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Who do I want to serve? And I honestly, Nick, I did not know that. I didn't know that. If I knew that now, coming out of school, all of this could have been totally sped up, the whole thing. Who do you want to serve? Once you find, okay, this is who I want to serve. So remember, you can't lead with money. You can't do that, because if you're going to do that, then you're going to be in home health. That's it. Done. Okay. All right.
That's what the lists say too. Yep. That's what the lists say back.
Just get the Prius and start driving, baby. All right. Okay. Woo. Okay. So that's and look, if that's for you, then that's fine. That's just not for me.
Right.
But if you're like, okay, I'm in it for the long term. I want to serve this group of people. All right. Then you're going to start to learn, okay, well, where are those groups of people and how can I serve them like long term? I'm talking everything you guys got to be thinking long term game. Okay. Because like, if I could tell you now, all right, like when do you guys graduate? I'm telling you guys. December. Okay. All right. So let's just say that you have your license in March of 2017. All right. And I could tell you, if you think long term, you can have what Greg Todd currently has, and he achieved that in 16 years. You can have it in 8. Like, if you just believe that, right? If you just believe that, like, would you be okay with taking not the home health job and a job that's like 20,000 less, even with the debt? All like, would you be okay with that?
Of course.
Okay, you would, right? Okay, all right, cool. Okay, so if that's the case, then let me give you guys breaking news. You ready for it? You guys can have what I had in 8 years or less. You can, because there's dudes out there like me that are basically telling you all the F-ups that we made, and we're telling you what not to do, and we're telling you what to do, and basically, like, we're giving it to you. And then for those of you that are like actually like members of my course, like, you got me on freaking speed dial, yo. I mean, it's like it's so freaking simple nowadays. It's simple. Now, it still takes work. But you gotta think long-term game. And this is why I say this whole long-term game is so important. Because I believe within the first 3 years of you getting out of school, your habits will be developed. You're either going to be that dude that is 9 to 5 and you're looking, it's 4:15 and you're just like, oh my gosh, please end. And then you're like, okay. But that, like, to me, that's just not a really great way to live. And you're going to develop those habits by year 3. I didn't have those habits because of the trajectory that I took. So I think when people are playing the short-term game, they've developed that habit. And then I think that all those things that I told you that you can get in by year 8, it's out the window. It's out the window. Like, it's just like you can't flip the switch. So I just think that you need to look at who do you want to serve, because yes, it's going to be hard. It's going to be a hard 8 years, but you're serving the people you want to serve, and it doesn't really feel that like torturous. You know what I mean? And if you do that, there's enough people out there that will want what you have because you are talking to them and they want to give you their money. So there you go. Yeah.
Hey, the final word from GT himself. Hey, Greg, this has been an incredible chance to chat with you. I'm sure I speak for Will and Nick and anyone listening that your message rings through loud and clear, and it's a testament to your hard work and the effort you put out there to voice, be the voice for change and inspiration. And I can't thank you enough for your time, Greg. We like to end these segments with one final question, however, and that is, where would I go as a listener if I wanted to learn more about you, Greg Todd, and could you recommend a resource for the interested listener to find out more about the work that you are doing?
Okay, so you can go to gregtoddpt.com. That is my consulting site. I've got tons of blogs, video blogs, like, man, just you can like, people tell me they binge watch. They just go on my site and just binge watch over the weekend. Like, instead of watching Narcos, they just watch my videos. So you can go to gregtoddpt.com. Facebook is facebook.com/theptbuilder. Everywhere else, I'm at Greg Todd PT. That's on Instagram, Twitter. If you want to follow me on Snapchat, it's GTPT77. My online courses is at gregtoddtv.com. I have 12 online courses, 5 for private practice owners, 7 for physical therapists. My baby is Smart Success PT, which has closed for the year. I'm serving those people right now, and then it will be reopened in 2017. I'll be doing my first live event in Clearwater Beach at the Wyndham Grand next year for Memorial Day weekend. So maybe if you guys have me on the podcast again next year, I'll tell you if there's any seats left, and you guys can come out to Clearwater Beach and come hang out with my peeps.
Let's get that in writing right now.
Yeah, man. So that's really it, man. That's where I'm at. And, my YouTube channel is youtube.com/GregToddPT. And literally, I think I have like 300 videos on YouTube. And if you want to learn, if you just want to learn a different way, just go on there and just freaking just hit repeat and just listen. You'll just have videos all day. So I love doing this stuff, man. I really do. Yesterday was my birthday, and I'll just say one thing. Yesterday's my birthday, and people are asking, "What'd you do for your birthday?" I'm like, "Oh man, I made some new videos for my course. I did 2 live streams." They're like, "Bro, you didn't take a day off for your birthday." I was like, "Man, when you love what you do, man, I love this stuff, man. I love this stuff, man." I was like, "I don't want to take a day off of doing this stuff. It's not work, man. I'm serving people. This profession has made me so damn rich." The least I could do is give back. You know what I mean? Man. So I was like, I just love what we do as physical therapists, and I want to just help y'all. And you guys are hungry, so I want to help you guys. So, anyways,
thanks. Thank you.
Thank you, Greg. And for all of our listeners that weren't rapidly writing down all of those awesome resources as Greg was going through, or want to wish Greg a happy belated, we will post all of those in the show notes. That is on our website. That's twonobodies.com, spelled TWOKNOWBODIES.com. Or if you subscribe to Two Nobodies Talking Podcast on iTunes, at Two Nobodies on Twitter, or at Two Nobodies on Facebook, please post or reply if you have any questions or comments on today's show. And until next time, we are the Nobodies, all 4 of us now, giving, sharing, all for a more positive and healthier world. Thank you for listening.